Once we have our site set up, we will need to upload a new index file that will contain our placeholder. To start a new file, I like to control-click on this folder and select New File. If you're on a PC, that will be just a right-click. We call this first file index.html. That's always the first file the web browser is going to look for. We double click on that and we can open the file. Here you'll want to give it your name as the title because this is the placeholder for your website. If we click in this open space, we will just get a cursor and we can go up to Insert, Image, find your placeholder image. I have mine on the desktop. It's going to ask if you want to put this in your root folder. Say yes, because we want all the images related to this file in this same folder or connected on our website. Let's save, and it's going to drop that right in there. Now the next thing I want to do is align that in the center of the page. To do that, I'm going to go to Split View so that I can see my code over here on the left and my preview over here on the right. You'll notice that Dreamweaver has written the basic HTML for us. What we're going to do in front of our image tag, we're going to add a div by putting in the text that you find in the handout. And the rule we're putting in here is center. Now with any div, we have our opening tag. We also need a closing tag, which just is the backslash div inside the brackets. Now when we look over here, our image is centered. We can go to this little icon that looks like a globe and preview this in a browser, and you will see when I resize my browser, the image stays center on the page. The next thing you might want to do is add a color or pattern to your background. That's done up here by going to Modify, Page Property, Background Color. I can choose any of these colors, use the color wheel. I can also eyedropper a color from within my image. When I hit Apply, I like that color, so I said OK. Now if I want a background tile, I can go to Modify, Page Property, Background Image. I'm going to choose this pattern right here, copy it to my folder, and if I hit Apply, I see that repeating in the background. Sometimes you might want a pattern that just repeats along the top. Maybe it's a gradation that blends to the background color. Sometimes you might want your image to just repeat along the y-axis. Let's see how that will work here. For this particular case, I want to repeat both x and y, so I'm hitting repeat, which is the default. Now when I preview it, I will see my background. And next thing we have to do to make sure that it shows up on our server is to click here and click the put, and that will upload to our web space when we put file.